Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back. Today we just got our first official trailer for Daredevil Born Again. I absolutely adore, like many people do, the original Netflix series. And when we heard that they were bringing this back, though initially I believe the plan was to not actually be like a continuation of that timeline, but just like the MCU-ification version of it. And whatever happened in the interim caused them to completely scrap all of that, go back to the drawing board, and make what is being advertised at least as a true continuation of the original series, bringing it properly into MCU canon and continuing on with these characters. Because I believe like Karen and Foggy weren't originally supposed to be in this. Now they are back, and then everybody else is back as well. And the whole spiel is back as far as we can tell, man. And I am excited just to kind of pick up with these characters all these years later and just to see what is different. How exactly is it going to integrate with everything else that we know now? Because we know that they've been slowly kind of popping up here and there. You know, we had him in No Way Home. We had Kingpin and him and Daredevil in Echo. I think that was before they made the commitment to making everything canon, because there was a couple of inconsistencies there. But all that aside, I'm excited to check this out. This is probably my most anticipated show of 2025, and I really hope that they do not drop the ball with this one. So with that all said, let's go ahead and check out the first trailer for Daredevil Born Again.
Thank you for finding the time.
Oof.
I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again.
Aw, that's a little meta, isn't it?
A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
The mayor
Running for mayor.
serves his city. I can see you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
Oh,
The line was crossed.
the line was crossed.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the power
Oh,
it has over us.
March
The
4th.
city can't go unchecked.
Oh, dude. Poindexter's back.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos must reign.
Ooh. Hey!
Am I putting the hatchet down? I was raised to believe in grace.
Oh. Whoa. Whoa.
But I was also raised
Let's fucking go, man.
to believe in retribution.
God damn. Holy shit. I'm so glad they're committing to the rating for this one, man. That's exciting. I think they made sure to hone in on that too for this trailer, especially there in the tail end. Like as we got this gradual build up throughout this, like as this rising tension, as we have this like conversation kind of, overlaying all the other imagery that we're seeing, kind of catching us up to speed. So apparently he's set aside the mask for a time. A line had been crossed. So I'm wondering if like on one of his outings, did he accidentally go too far? Did he accidentally, like his whole little debate with Frank, did he accidentally put somebody down and he's struggling to come back from that? Or did something else happen altogether? We see him back in here and struggling with that, man, the primal rage, him back in the suit and just throwing hands with these people. I don't know a lot of his villains. I know Bullseye, just, from his introduction in season 3 and from previous, obviously, Daredevil media outside of stuff. Like, as I mentioned many times, Daredevil, like the film and his like slight appearances in like the animated stuff here and there, like the old 90s animated stuff, not any of the recent stuff, because I really kept up with any of that. That's kind of where a lot of my knowledge comes from. You know, I don't really know too much about it outside of the show itself that got me really into the character. It was the first iteration of this that really kind of hooked me onto the character in a way that like really kind of pulled me into everything and this world. So I don't know his like greater rogues gallery by any stretch of the imagination outside of Bullseye and Kingpin. The relationship there, bringing Poindexter back into the mix, especially given everything that we had set up at the end of season 3, and then, you know, coming off the heels of Echo, seeing that he is, you know, taken inspiration of trying to get power back in the city in a different way, as he's now kind of running for mayor or coming into the middle of that campaign, and how this is all going to kind of, I don't know, just like how that's going to work, you know, in the grand scheme of things. You know, how's that going to bump up against what Matt is trying to do here? How is the firm doing? Has he been focusing on that in the interim, since he hasn't really been focusing in on everything else? And then we had this masked figure with the white kind of like, I don't know how else you would describe it. It was like a ski mask, but white, and had like ink kind of running off it, almost like a Rorschach kind of way. And the brutality there, finding the people hanging from the rafters, and then the bone shattering, bone curdling, blood scarlet. Oh, God. Dude, I'm excited. I am really looking forward to this. And that freaking organ music in the background, just cascading this whole thing, and his idea of like his belief in retribution and punishment and all these different things. Like, I love that the Catholicism is leaning into the character a lot in this as well, throughout all of this, from the imagery to all the, I don't know, man. I'm excited. That dude in that mask looks creepy as all hell. And I don't know if that's the same one as we saw later, who put on like what appeared to be some kind of like leather mask with some white stripes. I don't know if that's the same character or different character. Maybe he levels up his attire, but it's nice seeing Matt back in the garb, and seeing that he's, you know, it reminded me of Michael Keaton's suit lineup when we entered into The Flash. One of the better parts of that movie was, you know, seeing all these different past iterations that we kind of missed out on, and that we saw all of his different helmet variations. And obviously we've seen him in the suit a few times since. Obviously he was in the suit in Echo in a flashback when he was still active at that point. And then, of course, and again, when we see the helmet in the trailer, his appearance from She-Hulk, where he had the kind of like ketchup and mustard style outfit. Obviously, we know he was at least practicing when he was in No Way Home. We don't know that he was actively vigilanteing. So I don't know when exactly this takes place. I remember reading something saying that like it takes place like, I think 5 years after the setting of season 3. Yeah, the report says it's 5 years after the end of season 3. And to my knowledge, season 3 takes place in 2017. And 5 years later would put it still in the like the final year of the blip. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what that seems to imply to me. So that would definitely set it before She-Hulk, before his appearance there, if that's true. That would put it before his appearance when he, you know, counsels Peter. That would put him before his appearance in She-Hulk, because we know that all takes place after the blip, well after the blip. So, okay. I don't know, man. I'm curious how this is all going to fit in. So I don't know. I'm excited to get into this, see how we pick up with these characters, how the story progresses. March 4th. I thought it was coming out in April, so I guess they bumped it up, or maybe I'm just remembering wrong. But I want to watch it again. I just want to watch it again. Especially, God, I can't wait for Frank, man. I can't wait that we're also getting him back in this as well, cementing John Bernthal as our Punisher.
It's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again. A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
Oh, they're looking so great, man.
The mayor.
Rogers the musical.
I can see you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? I
Dude.
can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
I love this relationship, especially considering all the cards are on the table for these two.
Hating the power trust.
Oh, it's almost like the blood triggers him.
City can't go unchecked.
Man without fear, man. A shotgun barrel right to the head. And nothing.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos must.
Yeah, dude, look at that guy, man. And what has Frank been up to all this time, man?
I was raised to believe in grace.
Oh, God. Yeah, that one right there. Who is that?
I was also raised to believe in retribution.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that's him facing off against him. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, that scream gives me chills. Dude, I don't know shit about this guy, but his aesthetic, I love it. It's eerie. I don't know, dude. I'm so into this vibe. And I'm wondering if this is going to be this thing, especially with them meeting at this and them agreeing to have like this like almost like ceasefire of sorts. Is like there's something like he's talking about. He's running for mayor. So he's got to protect his image in some kind of way and, you know, protect this city from a different point of view, a different avenue. I mean, that's always kind of in one way or the other been what he at least tells himself is his goal. So I'm wondering if there's something going on that they're going to have to team up for. Maybe a reluctant alliance of sorts, or at least, like I said, like a ceasefire, a treaty for the time being while something else is going on. Because we're seeing like these masked figures like, you know, going in and robbing these banks or holding up whatever these institutions were that we were seeing there. I couldn't quite make it out. And then whoever this other masked rogue that is out there running around, again, I don't know if that's the same one as we saw later in the trailer that had like the mask being pulled over. And then we got Bullseye being reined in as well. I don't know how that's going to come into play or factor into everything else. Dude, I cannot wait. I can't freaking wait. They better not fuck this up. That's all I gotta say. Like, I'm gonna be so sad if they mess this up, dude. They're leaning into the tone and the vibe, and this trailer gives me hope, but I've been hurt before, so I don't know, man. I'm afraid to get too excited. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because I will be reacting to this when it comes out, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Sherritt, Your Korskov, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, and Russell Crockett. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.